What came first, the chicken or the egg? Now there's a riddle that's been tickling the minds of humans for centuries. This question, seemingly simple, has perplexed philosophers, scientists, and the common folk alike. It's a conundrum wrapped in the fabric of our existence, highlighting the circular relationship between cause and effect. Imagine standing at the beginning of a circular track, unable to discern where it starts or ends. That's the essence of this age-old question. It's not just about chickens and eggs, but a metaphorical exploration of life, creation, and the infinite loop of existence. The question has spurred countless debates, sparking curiosity and fueling our inherent desire to understand the mysteries of life. It's a paradox that dances on the edge of our comprehension, teasing us with its elusive answer. Indeed, it's a puzzle that only the most curious minds dare to unravel. So let's dive straight into the theories that attempt to answer this conundrum. First up, we have the evolutionary perspective, the darling of the scientific community. Evolution, in a nutshell, is the process by which species change over time. It's a slow, gradual process taking place over millions, even billions of years. Genetic mutations, little changes in the DNA of an organism, are the driving force behind these changes. Now let's apply this to our feathered friend, the chicken. According to the theory of evolution, the first chicken didn't just pop into existence, it evolved from a non-chicken ancestor. A creature that was almost but not quite a chicken laid an egg, and due to a mutation in the genetic material, a full-blown chicken hatched out. So from the evolutionary perspective, the egg came first. A non-chicken laid an egg that hatched into what we would recognize as a chicken. So if we're to believe Charles Darwin and his followers, the egg takes the win. But hold on, there's more to this story. Now, on the other side of the spectrum, we have the creationist viewpoint. This perspective is held by those who see the world through a more spiritual or religious lens. According to this viewpoint, the chicken came first, not as a result of evolution, but through divine intervention or the act of a supreme being. In this belief system, every creature, including the chicken, was created in its final form. Therefore, there would have been no egg-to-chicken progression as suggested by evolution. Instead, the chicken would have been created fully formed and ready to lay eggs of its own. This viewpoint often comes from interpretations of religious texts, where it's stated that birds were created before they filled the skies. As such, the creationist viewpoint asserts that the chicken did indeed come before the egg. So, from a creationist perspective, the chicken struts to the finish line first. But is there a middle ground? Well, as it turns out, there might just be a middle ground, a fusion of science and philosophy. You see, one could argue that the chicken and the egg are part of a continuous cycle, a never-ending loop, if you will. Trying to pinpoint a starting point in this cycle is a bit like trying to find the beginning of a circle. It's an exercise in futility. This viewpoint brings together the scientific and philosophical aspects of our age-old question. The evolution theory and the creationist viewpoint both have their merits, but they tend to pull us in opposite directions. However, by viewing the chicken and the egg as part of a continuous cycle, we create a bridge between these opposing views. We accept the scientific fact of evolution and the philosophical idea of creation as two sides of the same coin. So, whether you're team chicken or team egg, remember that sometimes the journey is more important than the destination.